Hello and welcome to the Aligned Soul Collective. I'm Erin. I'm a psychic medium, a channeler, and an energy healer with credentials in a wide variety of the spiritual arts. The Aligned Soul Collective is my exclusive membership community where we use and develop our psychic abilities to live in alignment with your soul's highest wisdom. We do this through communication with loved ones beyond the veil, channeling guidance from our personal guides and intergalactic guides, and practicing various types of energy work to raise your vibration and start manifesting the life you have always dreamed of. Before we get into our channeled messages for today, I want to invite you all to attend a live workshop that I'm hosting coming up on April 27th. It's called The Body as an Intuitive and Psychic Tool. In this free online workshop, I'll cover how to use your body as one of your most powerful tools for receiving and interpreting psychic and intuitive information. And I'll introduce the 5 clairsenses, discuss ways to reconnect with your body in a society that overuses the mind, and practice somatic techniques to release stuck energy that might be blocking your intuitive flow. So please join me for that. It's free, it's fun, and you'll find the link to register in the description. Today I'm sharing a message channeled from our Pleiadian guides, who are an intergalactic society that works with me directly as a channeler and therefore directly with all of you through me as the Aligned Soul Collective. Their mission is to communicate with starseeds, lightworkers, healers, and high vibrational beings of all types who are currently living lives on Earth as a way to support us, guide us into higher states of awareness, and heal the Earth as we're moving closer into 5D consciousness. I personally have been connected with the Pleiadians for most of my current lifetime. They have made many attempts to contact me, and as my general frequency rose, I was able to receive and interpret those messages more and more. I now work with the Pleiadians daily and receive personal guidance as well as more general guidance that's intended for the collective, which they would like me to share with you here. If your belief system does not currently include extraterrestrial societies or starseeds, that's okay too. I encourage you to still listen in anyways, because this wisdom that they share is simply good advice. It's healthy living, it's practical solutions to what is happening at the moment in the cosmos and beyond. As always, with any channeled messages, meditations, readings, or tools of divination of any kind, the themes shared here today are for confirmation, not prescription. Meaning that what you hear today should confirm signs and guidance that you're already receiving. But if you hear something today for the first time, I do recommend waiting for further confirmation and synchronicities before taking action on it. This is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with whoever it is meant to resonate with, and you can take what serves and leave the rest. Channeled messages do not have the power to affect your life unless you invite it to, and at the end of the day, you have free will and the final say over your destiny. In order for this reading to resonate with you personally, you'll need to be synced into the energy of this reading. So to help you do so, I'll invite you now to find a comfortable seated or laying down position. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly and powerfully. Close your eyes, set aside your day, your tasks, and your to-do list for the few moments of this channeled message, and visualize your auric field blending with the energy of these messages here and now. So let's get started. The first message that the Pleiadians would like to share with us during April is to stop looking at situations straight on in order to see the highest energy that is coming through. Instead, the highest path is one that we're going to have to see from around the sides. As an example, they know that if you look indirectly at the sun through your periphery, you will see all sorts of beautiful colors, shapes, things you wouldn't have seen if you were looking at the sun directly. And this is the same as how our Pleiadian guides are coming in and communicating with us through the periphery, indirectly through situations, indirectly through other people, places, or things, through impressions, and through emotions. They therefore encourage us to be open and receptive to what we might be missing around the edges of our awareness, that we might see more of what's already there. And by looking at the periphery of things, the Pleiadians then present to us their second major theme for the month of April, which is to work on seeing what's already there. To be receptive, to hold a passive gaze around the edges of our periphery, the edges of our lives, the edges of our focus. And when we do so, They're teaching us that we will start to see what's already there when we are not looking so directly. They're sharing with us that this is really a lesson about manifesting, that if we would stop gazing at whatever we'd like to manifest so directly, and rather if we held it in the periphery, held it passively, receptively, and allow whatever else is coming through around the edges of it to guide you, then the thing in the middle, the thing that you really directly want to manifest, will have the space to start materializing on its own. They're sharing with us that this idea is very much like the concept of a magic eye optical illusion, in which you can't stare directly at the center of the page in hopes of seeing the image. Instead, we hold a passive, unfocused, almost slightly blurry gaze around the edges of the page, and then the image will start coalescing on its own, and we will start to see a picture popping through. This is the lesson about manifesting that our Pleiadian guides would like to teach us, that if we remove our attention from the exact thing we hope will happen, and instead focus on the other facets of life around it, we will start to see what's already there. We will start existing in another timeline and now can start coalescing that manifestation into our current timeline. On a magic eye, the image is already there. We just can't see it yet until we soften our gaze, and our Pleiadian family is sharing that this is very much the approach they suggest we take with our spiritual ascension and manifesting. If we can deeply trust that what we desire is already there, we will be able to soften our gaze enough to let that image pop through on the magic eye page, or pop through and appear on the page of your life. And in regards to this trust, we don't go to the magic eye book and wonder, oh, did they put something on this page? They must have forgotten to put something on this page of the book. No, we just know, we deeply trust that the picture is in those little color spots that are on the magic eye book. We know that it's on the page, so we just simply wait, we gaze at it in the periphery, and we allow it to emerge with patience. The third theme that our Pleiadian guides would like to bring into our awareness is the idea that 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2, which is in some ways related to the idea of holding desired manifestations in our periphery. They invite us to consider that what you directly think is going to happen, if you directly gaze at it, it's not necessarily going to follow a series of logic. It's not necessarily going to follow a formula like 1 + 1 = 2, like we would like it to in our 3D world. It's not necessarily going to follow a 1 + 1 sequence of events or unfolding. For example, consider a family who is considering having a second child and wondering if the experience will be like 1 + 1 = 2, that 2 kids will mean twice as much work, twice as much expenses, and twice as much activity. But instead, they may find out that it may equal more ease and more freedom and more balance, and may equal a family that is surprised to find out that having a second child actually creates less work because the 2 children now entertain themselves. That it may create less expenses because the younger child now uses all the clothes and the toys that they already have from the older child. So in these ways, in these linear ways, 1 + 1 really didn't equal 2. This concludes the free version of this content. If you'd like to continue listening and access the full extended version, you can find it linked below in the description at the Aligned Soul Collective on Patreon. Patreon is my membership platform where you'll find all the extended versions of my psychic and intuitive development content, as well as a low-cost monthly membership option, which includes all extended versions, a monthly live workshop with deep dive topics, a monthly intuition challenge, and community discussions with like-minded healers, psychics, and soul-aligned individuals of all kinds. I'll look forward to seeing you there.